Hi everyone, I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the healers, and the light bringers of this world to live their most magical life. This is my weekly reading where I connect with the angels, with the angelic messages for what you need to know about this week, what you need to know about this week's energy so that you can, number one, prepare yourself, but number two, know how to best navigate this energy that we have collectively, this energy that impacts each and every one of us. So we're going to be talking about that, and can you guys feel the shift in the energy already? This is a powerful shift. Mercury has gone direct, thank God, although we are still in the shadow period of that, so you might still be feeling some of that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure you go back to the past few weeks so that you can get a sense of this energy that we've been having going on. But this has been a heavy energy. It's been a reflective energy. It's been, in a lot of ways, a challenging energy. But I've noticed that over the past few weeks, with that eclipse energy and everything, people have been doing so many brave things. So shout out to all of you for all the brave things that you guys have been doing, all of the things that you've been brave enough to say, all of the changes you've been brave enough to make, all of the truths you've been brave enough to face. It has been incredibly powerful, and I'm watching people change their lives, whether they're taking steps in that direction or they're noticing because they have been doing their work, because they have been listening to that intuition, listening to their soul, that so much has already been shifting for them. So much is happening for them. And in so many ways, we got to see so many magical things happening and developing throughout Mercury retrograde. And I really feel like this shift moving forward is going to be that much more powerful. So when I tuned in to the energy here, the first thing that I heard was what I am calling this video, that we're going to have a shift from waiting to preparing. So I think that in a lot of ways, we have been in this energy of waiting on some things that we want to have happen, some answers that we want to have happen, some healing, waiting on some circumstances to change, whatever it is that you have been waiting on things to manifest, right? We've been in this energy, and there's a big difference between waiting and preparing, right? When we shift into preparing energy, there is an intuitive knowing that the things that we are wanting to have happen are beginning to develop, are beginning to enter into our energy field in some way, shape, or form. I see somebody commenting, Summer, hi. I don't do individual readings. This is a reading for all of us. So this is a reading with messages for each and every one of us so that we can know how to best navigate this week. So that's what this reading is all about. So we're shifting into this preparation because there is, on an intuitive level, a knowing, right? You might not even know what the heck it is that you're preparing for, but you know that there's something good coming. There's something exciting coming. And can we hold the energy of that? You guys know I've done videos with Chris Stilson, so some of you know him, and he was texting me yesterday saying, I don't know, I just feel good things coming, right? And that is this energy of, I don't know why, but I feel good things coming. But also we can be really intentional with that. So if you are somebody who is wanting to prepare for something specific, this is a really fantastic time. Now that this energy is now moving forward, we have Jupiter that has moved into Taurus now, which is a beautiful energy. We are, this is a great time for us to be taking that action and to be moving forward with something. So how do we act as if we are preparing for those things that are coming? What even subtle shifts can you make to your routine, to your actions, to your thoughts, to your way of living your life that will allow you to shift from this feeling of waiting as though the power exists outside of yourself, and instead shifting into that internal power and preparing for it to come, holding that energy of that knowing. So I think that this is really, really important. I also feel like right now here in this energy, it's so important to do, especially on the other side of eclipses and Mercury retrograde, all of that happening together, asking yourself, what's different? You know, what changed within me? What shifted within me? What have I been shown? What was I working on over the past few weeks or so, over the past month or so? What's been going on? What's been shifting in my life? I think that that'll tell you a lot about what this energy was for in terms of creating change or awareness in your life. And I also think that it'll be really important for you to see, because then you can start to get a sense of the way that these energies happen for us. How am I different? How have I grown? I think that that's going to be really, really key. We are moving into an energy I'm finding with people, like, yes, we're still a little revved up or challenged by the energy that we've been experiencing, but we're now moving into this energy of peace and acceptance, right? There's this new peace and acceptance that if you're not connected with this energy just yet, I think that you will find that there's some level of that happening for you this week with this collective energy. There's a peace and acceptance, but there's another part of it, because I think that we're also being made aware of where maybe we have been limiting ourselves or boxing ourselves in. This awareness of, like, there are certain things that we can do, but do I want to? I heard that when I was connecting with this energy. I can, but do I want to? And it made me laugh, actually, because I was aware of a situation. I've been doing a lot of stuff lately with just like the preparation for, I'm moving into a different office in my office space. And so I did some painting over the weekend. I also put together a piece of furniture. And while there was this sense of like independence that came with that, right? Because I did it all by myself, all on my own. There was also this thought of basically that. I don't think I worded it to myself that way, but I can do this, but do I want to, right? I can have that appreciation for the independence that comes with that. And I think that that's really fantastic, but do I want to? And so the other part of that question for me, and you might find this is coming up for you as well, is where am I preparing to open to new things, right? Whether that's opening to extra help in the work that I'm doing, right? Allowing some more help to come in, whether that's opening even to a relationship where I have a little bit more of a balance and support, filling in the spaces where I'm recognizing that there's lack or that there are things that I would like to have be there, right? So I think that is existing with this in this energy. I can, but do I want to? And if I don't want to, or if how do I want to say this? Sorry. Still a little in this Mercury retrograde. I'm stumbling on my words. So I can, but do I want to? And if the answer to that is no, or just maybe not, what do I need to open to in order to allow for things to get better? I feel like this is an opening to an improvement, right? It's that preparation for things to get better. So that might mean, with my example, that I need to open to finding a way to have more help with work, because I'm really having a difficult time keeping up with everything, with all the messages and all of the other things that I'm doing. It's just a lot. And so I am reaching that point where it's like, I can continue to do this way, but do I want to? And what other options are available to me? So I guess that's what I'm trying to say, is asking yourself, what other options are available to me, or what ideas, what opportunities, what things do I need to open up to so that I can start to manifest that? And I think that as we do that, there is this stubbornness release, right? Where maybe we've been stubborn, like, but I can do this on my own. Or maybe even in the past, like you've wanted to do something one way, right? And now there's an opening to doing things in a different way. So this energy is very much an opening to doing things in a different way, in a way that maybe will even surprise yourself. And I think that to look back over the course of the Mercury retrograde energy and the eclipse energy and what you've been dealing with over the past month will help you to better understand where maybe there's a call for some shifting. I also feel like in this energy that I heard step by step, right? So as we continue to prepare, as we work on preparing, moving forward into just taking it step by step, day by day. So not getting too overwhelmed, but making sure that we're taking care of the things that we know that we need to take care of. Just keep going. Now, that doesn't mean we don't pause. That doesn't mean we push ourselves to the point of exhaustion. That's not what I mean. But I think that there is a possibility of getting discouraged, right? I could, with all the things that I have coming up and all the things that I'm trying to work on, look at that and be discouraged. But quite frankly, like, it's a blessing. Everything that I have coming up is a blessing. And can I just continue to step by step get there until I get there, right? And where do I need to make adjustments to make that feel better, to make that feel more convenient? The other thing that I wrote down when I was connecting with this energy was to notice where we are being nudged. And that word specifically, where are we being nudged? Where are we being just pushed just a little bit in a specific direction? Paying attention to that, because I think that this is a piece of how we are preparing for better things to come in for us. I think that this is a piece of the direction that our energy is wanting to head. So where are you being nudged? And pay attention to those subtle little things. I oftentimes say that our intuition comes in the form of, I don't know why, but. So if you're saying to yourself, and this is to me like a nudge, I don't know why, but I feel called to do this. Pay attention to those nudges always, but especially this week. I think that you're going to find that that is giving you a lot of clarity, and it's giving you a sense of the direction to head, because I think that our heads have been spinning a bit and maybe we're not even feeling totally clear on things just yet. But where am I being nudged, and where am I being nudged to open to certain things as well? I do think that there's an opening. Let me just open to certain possibilities, even if I'm nervous about that, or even if I don't know much about that, but I'm feeling nudged in the direction of being more open to ideas, to experiences, to circumstances, whatever this is for you, allowing that to happen. Let's take a look at the cards that we pulled here for this reading. The first card that we pulled is the Promise card from my Find Your Magic Oracle deck, and it says, the divine and magical helpers are present with you and helping. You are always loved and supported. This is about a promise, right? This is about the promise that is always available to us, that we never come here to earth alone, that we are always supported. And I think that through those nudges, we are being shown what our part is in taking action with this. But I also think that we're going to find that there's a lot of signs, a lot of synchronicities that are showing us, reminding us of this promise, that we are supported, that we're being guided, that we are on track, on path to receiving some really incredible things. The cards say so much. There's so many blessings in these cards. This week, I think, is definitely going to feel a lot lighter. So the first card that we have here is the King of Pentacles, right? So talk about a promise, right? Some things coming into our experience, us really, to me, this feels very much like, number one, a very abundant energy and things feeling really abundant. Maybe you're finding that some things that you've been working on for a while. You're noticing that finally you're starting to see some of the fruits of your labor. Finally, you're starting to feel more confident, or you're starting to feel like, okay, like we're really starting to make some progress here with this, is what this feels like. But I also just feel like, because we also have the Ace of Cups with us, watch for the blessings coming in. There's definitely some blessings. There's definitely some positive things that are coming in. The King of Pentacles too, like I'm just hearing, believe in yourself as well. So believe in your ability to make things happen, to create your experience. And to me, this is very much an act as if card as well, right? So if you're wanting to create a specific reality, how do I prepare for that, right? How do I act as if? So if I'm wanting to have a successful business, what does someone who has a successful business, how do they behave? How do they carry themselves? How do they navigate that? What choices do they make? How do they speak? How do they think? Those kinds of things. And I think that if we can do that, we're going to really see some blessings. The Ace of Cups for me is these blessings that sometimes seem to come out of nowhere, right? And things have been kind of cloudy, and it's like the clouds open up and all of a sudden these blessings that we've been waiting on are here. This also feels like some kind of a peace offering for some people in this energy. We also see here the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, right? I think that this week is going to feel really fulfilling in a lot of ways. We're going to see some rewards for the work that we've done on ourselves or the efforts that we've been making. I think that this is going to be really positive. I think we're going to feel really good about some of this work that we've been doing on ourselves over the past month or so in this challenging energy. We also have the Justice card. Justice being served in some way. You know, maybe sometimes this is representative of court situations, right? And maybe there's some kind of decision that is showing you that justice is being served, but it doesn't have to be related to the courts at all. It can be the court of life, right? And justice being served. You may find that there are circumstances that are happening where you're like, finally, that situation felt off balance, and now finally it's coming back into balance, or justice is being served, or there is kind of an energy of people righting their wrongs in some way, or maybe an apology, but it feels like bigger than that. It feels like actions, the actions of an apology, not just the words, if that makes sense for some of us. The next card that we have here is the Temperance card, right? Again, this is an energy of balance. So I think that this week it's going to feel like some things are coming back into balance. This is also an energy of divine timing. So I think that we might find that some things that we've been waiting on, again, are coming through. We have been doing a lot of hard work on ourselves for quite some time. And I see some things coming through this week where it's like, okay, that is amazing. And it almost feels like some of these things are like a little hard to believe, like even a little hard to trust, because we have been through it. And so it might be like, oh, this good thing is happening now, but do I believe it? Do I trust it? And the answer to that is yes, you trust it. You lean into it. You know, we've been with this shift from waiting to preparing, there is a forward movement. There is a movement in a knowing that some amazing things are coming into our experience. And the last card that we have here is the Six of Cups. Again, this might be an apology. This might be a healing, specifically circumstances from the past. This might be a connection with someone from the past, or reconnection with someone from the past. This might be just, you know, a conversation that you have with someone, or spending time with someone where you feel like all is well, all is right with the world, and things are coming back into balance. So long story short, lots of blessings coming in. Allow yourself to shift. into that from waiting to preparing, right? Let yourself, how can I shift into an energy of preparing rather than feeling like I'm waiting? How can I start to take my power back? How can I start to move into that energy of this knowing, so that the universe, so that God is like, okay, so they're ready, and they're making preparations. So the only thing that's left to do is for us to deliver. And these cards really suggest that we're going to get some pretty significant deliveries this week and moving forward into the end of the month as well. So those are your messages here for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you soon with another video. Take care, guys.